Yes. So, very good evening, everybody, and welcome to this webinar. So, first of all, would like to I would just like to initially introduce about our company. Uh, so, we are currently offering many such different courses, specifically on generative AI and machine learning, deep learning, and also other different technologies like Abhinishio and also Sanskritam. So initially would just like to uh, introduce about the company. Yeah, I will share my screen. Yeah, yeah, Rani ma'am, would you share the
Yeah.
screen or should I continue?
Good evening, everyone. You can continue, Chaitanya, for
Okay.
today.
Yes. So initially, I would like to just introduce. So our company is Hari Siksha Gen AI. Okay. And we very much warmly welcome you. So in this initial presentation, we just like to inform to you about our offerings and what is the objective and vision of this company and who can join the courses. So, and what will be our learning outcomes. So whatever different courses you enroll, so what will be the learning outcomes and what is the structure? How do we teach? Okay. So, and what support we give. Yes, one second, I will admit. Yeah. So what different support we give and in our training or different programs. So can just start. So basically, Hari Siksha Gen AI is a learning focused initiative delivering industry relevant technical education. So in Hari Siksha Gen AI, we basically teach different technologies which are very much relevant to the industry. Okay. And we bridge the gap between the academic knowledge and real world skills through the structured learning, hands-on practice, and continuous mentorship. So the technologies which we teach, like generative AI, or we are teaching also the different domains of AI, that is machine learning and other methods, and also ab initio. So we are teaching in a structured manner, and also we will be giving like so much of practice questions, and continuous mentorship will be provided. So whatever projects also we will give, like for in generative AI, we have machine learning. In that end-to-end machine learning project guidance we will be providing, which will be very much useful for you to also the people who want to switch the job to AI role or machine learning engineer or deep learning engineer, or there can be NLP specialist and different AI engineer. So you can mention the projects which we teach in your resume in that way. Okay. And we provide different different training, different types of training. So those who want to learn generative AI data science from very beginning, from scratch. Okay, they don't know anything about it and they want to learn from scratch. So that is also one way we are providing that course. Also, another pathway, another way which we through which we teach or through which we offer our course is that through the interview based questions. So those who already know about generative AI and data science, the algorithms and all. So for them, we will be providing the interview based preparation sessions. Okay. So basically, our programs to whom we offer to empower students, career transition aspirants. So if you are already doing some job and you want to do career transition into AI role, so to them also to train them in the relevant technology. we provide guidance, and also working professionals to build strong fundamentals and gain practical exposure. So real world exposure. Okay. So in the real world projects, we will be giving proper uh, practical assistance to you in the projects and all. Okay. So that you can become more confident in whatever technology you have learned. So our offerings are uh, many. One of them, the very first one is data science or generative AI. Okay. Data science in that machine learning and deep learning, natural language processing. Okay. Then we have different uh, large language models. Okay. Then transformers and how ChatGPT is built actually. Okay. So many such different technologies or the methods, the algorithms which are there in the data science. From scratch, we will teach them. Okay. And also that another technology which we teach, so that is ab initio. Okay. ETL process. And the third one is Python bootcamp. So Python programming also we teach from scratch. So those who are interested to learn Python, Python is very much important to learn the data science, generative AI. Okay. So generative AI, after we can before learning generative AI, first of all we have to learn the data science. Data science is consisting of many different uh, methods. Okay, it's consisting of many different methods. Many domains are there. Okay. So machine learning, deep learning, and many algorithms only after it is understood. Then only after that, how the LLMs work, okay, and what are the vector databases, and many such whole syllabus is there, structure syllabus through which we have planned. So data science, to learn that, we have to first of all have a very good foundation on Python. So Python programming, it should be one should have very good knowledge about Python programming and have hands-on practice on that. So in Python bootcamp, we will uh, like give so much of proper the training, the how different methods and other code blocks we have to write. Okay, and different libraries in Python, which is very much necessary for data science algorithms. Like for example, we have pandas library for storing the data frames and to manipulate the data frames. Then we have the pandas library, numpy library, okay, for numerical operations. Then scikit-learn. Scikit-learn is for what? Anyone knows? Anyone has any exposure to machine learning, deep learning? Arshu or Brahmansh? Do you know something about it? Do you have any exposure about AI, machine learning, deep learning concepts, Rakshita and Rishi?
Mm, no, sir, no, sir.
Yes, Brahmansh.
No, sir, I don't have any.
You don't have. Okay, no problem. Arshu, you do you know anything about? Do you have any exposure about data science, or do you know
No, sir, I
Python
don't.
language?
Just Python language, I know.
Python
Sir,
language, you know.
basic, yes, sir, basic level.
You know
Like
basics.
constant,
Acha, acha. Python, you know basics, Arshu?
sir, like mm, constant loop,
Okay. And you also know some other languages also apart from Python, which you are proficient on, apart
Python.
from Python? Yeah, no issues, no problem. Yeah. So, yes, so that's what in Python bootcamp we teach Python from very scratch, and then once the fundamentals and the proficiency in Python is there, then data science course can start. So basically, for applying the different algorithms, no, different algorithms like machine learning algorithms. In that, we have different types of algorithms for training our model. Okay. So for that, when we apply different algorithms to train our model, for that we use Python only. Okay, to do everything. For data science, basically, what does it mean? Data science, anyone can define to me? Yeah, Rakshita, Rishi, any definition you have got? What do you mean by data science? Anyone knows the definition of data science here? Okay, no issues. So I will explain that. So data science is basically it's dealing with the data, and it is consisting of end-to-end problem, end-to-end data prediction problem. Okay, so I will explain how there is an evolution of this data science industry. Okay. So that's why to learn data science concepts, Python is very much necessary. So that's what we offer, Python bootcamp also. Then we have also Sanskritam and Vedic literature. So that also we are offering. So those who are interested, they can approach us. Those who are interested for learning the Vedic tradition and all. Yes. So our objective and vision is what? To provide the quality learning and build strong foundations, very much strong foundations. Okay, and enable the career growth and create confident and skilled professionals. Okay, sometimes what happens, the foundation is only not clear. Okay, whatever we have learned, but because in interviews, what happens, they check, is your foundation good? Okay, is your foundation robust? Whatever you have mentioned in your resume, those do you have very in-depth knowledge or not? But sometimes we have knowledge, but we have knowledge only from not full knowledge we have. Okay, we have some knowledge which is not in depth. Okay, so because of that, sometimes the people who enroll, so those who appear for interviews, so then they get rejected. Why? Because the knowledge, in-depth knowledge, is also not there. Or even if they are selected after some time, they are rejected. They are removed from their position. So that's why to bridge this gap between academia and the technical education or the job industry, our company, it focuses on that, training the individuals and those who are interested in the career transition. So for them also. And those who are currently in third year student, fourth year student, or college students, those who want to learn AI also, along with your own degree, whatever you are doing. So those also can join this course. And those who are working professionals, or even those who don't know anything about it, those who are coming from some different background, okay, they don't have background of technical background, then they also can enroll for the course, for the data science course. And how do we teach? What is our teaching methodology? So teaching methodology is that we have interactive online sessions, live sessions, not recorded sessions. Okay. And we are having hands-on practical training. Okay. So many on different data sets, because the model is basically trained on data, huge amount of data. So machine learning or data science, it will learn patterns from the data. It will learn the patterns from the data, from the past data. And then only it can predict the proper outcome or whatever is our target variable. For example, we are having house prediction problem. Okay. Now in house prediction, we are building one model. We are building one model. And in that model, what do we want to do? We want to make that model predict the price of the house. So as soon as we give the features, we give the independent features, or features means the descriptions about the house, like the what is the area of the house, how many rooms are there in the house, then how many, the different compartments are there in the house, or the areas in the house, like that. And many such different, what is the area of the house, in which city the house is located. Okay. And what is the landmark of the house. Okay, nearby, is it in the which area, it is in the urban area, or if it is in the rural area. So many such factors it actually affects. Okay, so based on that, the price is actually predicted. So that's why to train the model, or the model, to make it predict the house prices, we need to train the model on the huge data sets. So that's why during this data science course, we will be providing many practice data sets for you to work upon. Okay. And also guidance will be provided. And whatever concepts are taught, for example, in the machine learning concept, we are having initially exploratory data analysis. Okay. So pre-processing of the data, because data currently it is like the data is currently so much it producing, so much data is producing every day, and so much of data. Okay, it can be huge amounts of data is produced. So now each industry or each businesses, they are the main foundation of the business is what? The data. Okay. So that's why now data we are collecting from different sources. The data can come from different sources. It can come from it can be some offline file. Okay, there can be some file which we have extracted from the some website. Okay, from our website we have extracted some data, or it could be some data from some other source. Okay, SQL database or some other database we can have, data sets we can have. So to where the data which we have in that data set, what happens? There are so much of it's a messy data. Yes, there can be some data in that there can be null values or missing values. There can be some data which is having so much of duplicate values. Duplicate values means the values which are having repeated values are there in the data set, or that data set is having some columns. Okay, some features are there, some descriptions is there. That description or the details are unnecessary. For example, for the house prediction, in the data set, if you have one column, in that column there is the column with the name color of the house. Okay, color of the house. Now the color of the house, is it necessary for you to, like, is it an important feature for you to predict the price? No, it will not directly impact, the price of the house. Okay, but those important details which are required for proper for the house price prediction, those only we will keep. Okay, and sometimes the data set can have so much of this one. Messy data means it can have improper data. The data can be in improper format. So these all things have to be done properly. Initially, we will deal or we will correct the data. So that if the data is properly formatted, then we can load that data and we can train the model. So whatever model is there, it could be some model which for which you want to train, like for example, house price prediction, or it could be some another problem, like it could be classification problem, whether an email is spam or not spam. We want to build one model that automatically that model will predict or will tell that they will classify that this email is spam and another email is not spam. Okay, so these all models, for that we need to train it. So for that we need to perform so much of data cleaning process. So these all things have to be practiced on data sets, and we provide them structured assignments and all, and real world projects also we provide. Okay, so in this way we provide hands-on projects and practice. Yes. So this is the our generative AI course. Okay, in which we will provide the structured syllabus for it. And the generative AI course, first we will learn all of the this data science techniques. Okay, and how all of the different algorithms they work, and also one 2 3 projects also we will be guiding you. Okay. Yes. So this is what is our course. Now, uh, today's topic, okay, today's topic of this webinar is what is artificial intelligence and what is machine learning. It should be crystal clear for you. What is artificial intelligence and machine learning? Okay. So today we will just reflect upon that. So initially, artificial intelligence is a bigger domain. It is a bigger domain. Okay. And machine learning is a subset. It is a subset of artificial intelligence. And deep learning is a subset of machine learning. Okay. I hope that's clear for you guys. Deep learning is a subset of machine learning. Now we will understand what is artificial intelligence. So before we understand, we first of all should understand what is intelligence actually. Then only we will actually understand what is artificial intelligence is. So how machines can do the mimicry of human intelligence. Artificial intelligence means what? They are doing the mimicry of human intelligence. So intelligence means what? Intelligence basically means the ability to learn or understand, think, and solve problems and make decisions to handle new situations. That is what is called intelligence. So, say for example, we have a child. That child, it learns the touching fire. He does not know that fire. If you touch, then you will feel pain. Okay. Then the child will learn that by touching the fire, that the fire is hot. So first time when it will learn, the child will learn. So when it will touch the fire, it feels pain. So then immediately the brain of the child, it will remember the experience that whenever I am touching the fire, I'm feeling pain. So next time the in the brain, this decision has come for the child that you don't have to touch the fire. So this is what is the function of intelligence. The child learned from experience, remembered, and made a correct decision. This is what is called as human intelligence. Okay. So now in biological terms, there are many such functions in the brain which are responsible for this to happen. Like how this child learned now and how the intelligence is working for the child. In biological terms, there are so many such different functions in the brain. They are responsible for this to happen. So like if you just consider this is our brain and we have a forebrain, we are having a midbrain here and this is a hindbrain. So these all different classifications of brain, they are these compartments in the brain, they are responsible for different activities in our day-to-day lives. Okay, like for example, forebrain, it is responsible for what? For intelligence, thinking, memory, learning, decision making. Okay, then midbrain is responsible for some reflex actions or eye movements or giving the signals to the body. So between the thinking brain and the body. So this is what midbrain does. Okay, then hindbrain is the lower part of the brain here, and it is what actually it is responsible to keep the body alive and stable. So in this way, in many biological terms, we can understand that different parts of brain are responsible for different functions. Okay, now intelligence which we have. So uh, the outer layer of this brain of the forebrain, the outer layer of the forebrain is called actually the cerebrum. Okay, the cerebrum, or we can call the cerebral cortex. Cerebral cortex. That is the outer layer of this brain. That that brain, the outer layer only, is the responsible for actually whatever information is processed and whatever decisions are being made. So this outer layer of the cerebral cortex is responsible. Okay, and this only will handle the thinking, memory, learning from experience, and intelligence. This only actually is responsible. Okay, so now we understood, okay, that in our brain is working and biologically it is properly working. Okay, so that in this is our forebrain, and through forebrain only we can think and we can learn from experience. The child learns. Okay, so like simple example, if we take another example for human intelligence, the child, the student is learning to ride a bicycle. It will fall many times. Okay, many times initially it will not be able to balance the bicycle. So it will observe mistakes and it will again fall. He will again stand up, again try to ride. It will try to adjust the balance and practice. So then gradually it will learn. Okay, gradually it will learn, and by experiences, he will gradually learn how to ride a bicycle smoothly. So this is what is called human intelligence. It will learn from experience and it will understand the cause and effect. If I ride in this way, then I will fall. If I ride in this way, then I will not fall, like that. So in this way, he understands. And then he makes decisions. Okay, now I have to ride. Now I have to ride in this manner so that I don't fall. So, and if he is riding a bicycle in some new situations, it could be some hilly area or some other area, then he will adapt. Okay, gradually it will adapt. So this is what is the function of human intelligence. Now, the engineers, the scientists, they thought, so there are so many shortcomings. There are so many shortcomings of human intelligence because human intelligence, intelligence like is something that 24 hour into 7 a human cannot utilize his intelligence. means a human needs some rest. Yes, human needs some rest. But because of the need of so much of data, because so much of data is getting generated, yes, so much of data is getting generated. There should be some people who can like 24 hours into 7, and so many people they have to hire. So many people they have to hire, and manual work is there. Okay, and they have to process the data. So, and the intelligence, whatever the human shows, so the scientists thought, why don't we ingest, or why don't we create some machines, and in that we try to do mimicry of, or whatever functions of our brain is, we try to do mimicry. So this is what AI is. AI is what? It's a mimicry of human intelligence. Artificial means what? Basically, it means made or produced by human beings rather than occurring naturally. So the capacity of computers or other machines to exhibit intelligent behavior, that is called artificial intelligence. So now artificial intelligence means human-made machines think, human-made machines that can think, learn, reason, and solve problems in ways similar to how humans do. Okay. Now the question comes, how is it possible? How we can do mimicry of human intelligence through artificial intelligence? How the scientists have done? So initially, scientists they observe how humans learn from experience, how they recognize the different patterns, and how we make decisions. Okay. Then scientists created different logical steps, like if condition, else condition. If like this, then do like then execute like this. Otherwise, do something else. Okay, some logical steps in that way. They have tried to imitate the reasoning of our human brain to the machines. Okay. So now whatever instructions a human gets, of how to perform some activity, how it is done for the machines, it is done through algorithms. Okay. So there are step-by-step logical rules through which is called algorithms, through which the machine understands what it has to do. So algorithm is a set of instructions for solving a problem or accomplishing a task. Okay. So now how artificial intelligence works? Algorithms means they are the brains of AI. Like when a child learns to ride bicycle, the brain gives instruction, keep balance, hold the handle, paddle forward, adjust direction. So these instructions are like what? They are called algorithms. They tell what to do step by step. So these are the brains of AI. Okay, so they tell the computers what to do. And data, one second. Yeah. And then we have data. So what is data? Data tells computers what to learn. Okay, we have given instructions, that is fine. That in that way we have to handle, we have to hold the handle, we have to ride the pedal and like that. So we have given instructions, but the still human, like the child, he will learn from experiences, many different experiences he will learn from them. And then if he learn from experiences, then he will adjust to the new situations also. Okay, so now the experiences, how it is done for the machines, it is done by the data. Okay, like for the child, different attempts. When the child learns to ride a bicycle, it will practice many times. Okay, but a machine, in order to gain experience for machine, so we will put so much of data, we will put so much of practice experiences, and then it will learn patterns from the data. It will learn the patterns from the data. It will learn from it. It will get trained. So how the child gets trained to learn the bicycle? Similarly, through data, the machine gets trained how to properly predict the outcome. Okay, that's what is the machines are, no? That's what machines are, or whatever whatever problems are there to solve, so they can properly solve when they are having the step-by-step instruction, that is algorithms, and what experiences they have got, from the past data. Then only they can properly predict the proper outcome. If the data is improper, if the learning experience is improper, then the outcome will also be improper. Okay, so that is what is there. So data tells what to learn, tell machines what to learn. So that's why data is in our daily life. There are many types of data. There are text messages, emails, documents, social media posts, photos and videos on smartphones. In that way, there are so much of data is there. Huge amounts of data is created every single day. Okay. There is an interesting fact. By 2025, the world may generate 175 zettabytes of data per year. This is equal to 25 laptops worth of data for every person on earth. Okay, so many people, like so many people are there. And that so much of data is generated every year. So that's why in order to handle them, there are different techniques. Because if just we write only the human intervention is there, it will not be possible. Or even if we use the old techniques, if we don't use machine learning, if we use some old statistical techniques or some other techniques, also we cannot handle so much of data. That's why this AI has come, machine learning has come. Then for photos and videos data, for photos, then speech, then for videos, for such different types of data, deep learning has come. Then we have text-based data, NLP. Many such types of different types of methods have come to handle the different types of data. Okay. Machine learning is dealing with some data which is so much of structured data only. But this one, deep learning, is handling unstructured data also. So unstructured data has to be actually properly structured before some more transformations are required. Then deep learning can actually work. Okay, and properly generate, or you can properly do the predictions. So that's why data is coming from many different sources also. It can be sensors in home, it can be from cars, public transport, factories, your smartphones, like that. So all devices are continuously generating so much of data. Yes. Anyone has any question? Yeah, Arshu, Rakshita, Brahmansh, is it clear for you? How much ever is explained? Any questions? Yeah, I would suggest that since this is interactive session, so I would suggest if you can be interactive, you can unmute yourself and respond. Yes. Okay, so this is what is called as artificial intelligence. Okay. And the algorithms which they give the instructions, okay, step-by-step instructions, and the data, it tells the learning experiences. Okay, so that is what experiences is equals to data. And learning from the data, or different patterns on the data, the machine learns from it. Okay, and then only it will give the proper output. Okay, so like that. Even in for robot walking, if the people who are the engineers, those who are creating the robots, what do? They are building the robot with motors in legs, sensors for balance, and learning algorithm in the controller. But at this stage, the robot cannot walk. Why? They have to give so much of data. Now the engineers, they have to make the robot walk many times. So each time the robot tries to walk, it will use the sensors, measures body tilt. Okay, different sensors are there, and it will understand how much body has to be tilted, so that proper walking can happen, and how much angle we have to use, like which angle we have to use so that proper walking can happen. Then foot pressure, how much to put, and what should be the speed of the movement. Okay, so all these are the measurements, all these measurements are our data. So after each trial or after each experience, each time the robot is walking, it is learning. Okay, just 1 minute, my PPT is stuck. One second. Yeah, now it is working. Yes. Okay, so that is what is the data. So for each time when the data we have given, or each time the robot tries to walk, it learns new things. Okay. So that is what from the past data, whatever we have given or some experience we have given to the robot through the, some different processors and all. So it tries to learn, but every walk, when he tries to do some mistake, it will learn something new. And that is what is called experience. Okay. Now the third component in artificial intelligence working is computing power. We have learned two things now until now, algorithms and data. The third point in artificial intelligence is computing power, the machines behind AI. So the computing power gives machines the power to learn and make decisions. It gives the power. Like, for example, the child is learning to ride a bicycle. Okay. Now the child brain processes the balance, the eye sees the road, muscles adjust the handle and pedals. All these actions to do, it requires what actually? It requires some physical power. It requires some physical and mental power. If the child becomes tired, then what will happen? The learning in the brain, how he is learning, it becomes gradually slow. So this child's brain and body, what do? They provide the computing power for learning. They provide the computing power to learn. Similarly, for the robots to walk, we just take example of robots. It's artificial intelligence only. For that, for robots to walk, for the sensors in the robots, they collect the data. The algorithm decides the next movement because we are given step-by-step instructions, no? And we are given experience also. Then the motors, they move the legs. Okay. Now to process all this data, so much of sensor data is there, algorithms are there, calculations are there. Every walk, another data is coming inside, another so much of learning is happening. So for that, we need to have a very good processor. There should be very powerful computer processor. So this processor, this chip which we put, which the engineers put, that is only what is called the computing power of AI. So in the machines, they have this computing power. Okay. So if the computing power is good, then huge amounts of data properly it can be processed. If the computing power is less, what will happen? The learning from the past data, algorithm working, or whatever algorithms we have done. So the learning of the model, it will be very, very slow. Very, very slow. Because it is taking too much of time to process huge amounts of data. That's why if the body and the chip processor, whatever computing power, if it is good, it is more powerful, then the learning of the robot or the learning of machines can happen faster. If the computing power is slow or less, or it is very weak, then the learning will also happen slow. Okay. So that is what is these are the three things. So algorithms means the brain, data is the fuel on which the machines they learn experiences and all, and computing power is what? The engine. Okay. So that is what. Now the question comes, how does AI actually learn from data? We have told, okay, that this is the instructions, these are the data, this is the computing power. Done. Now, even in the practical example, even the day-to-day example, if there is a child, so he goes to a school. And the child, when he goes to school, he learns from many different ways. It's not that he learns only from his teacher. He learns from his classmates also. His classmates, or he learns from his environment. He learns from his parents. He learns from by seeing others. So in that way, the human child, he learns from many different ways. Okay. So similarly, artificial intelligence, we have given the step-by-step instructions. Okay. And the data also we have given. But there should be some method. Okay. There should be some method how to learn from the data. How to learn actually from the data. So that is what, there are the two main ways. What are they? What are they? One is machine learning and the second is called deep learning. Okay. Machine learning and deep learning. So now what is machine learning? Machine learning is a method of artificial intelligence where machines learn patterns from the data and improve their performance without being explicitly programmed. So before, what used to happen? Before, traditional programming. So the engineers or the scientists, they were writing explicit instructions. They were writing explicit instructions, or they were to write each step, every decision step to the computer. And then the computer will follow as how what instructions are given, or what logical statements are written. Okay, so for each output or for each decision, the pre-written rule was there, if else condition and like that. Okay, so whatever humans have coded, the computers were actually bound to that. Like for example, if a programmer writes some rules, marks is greater than 90, then tell grade is A. Else if marks is greater than 75, then grade B. Else if marks is greater than 60, then grade C. Otherwise, fail. So these rules are written by humans, and computer just follows them. That's it. So that was what actually traditional program. Okay, but now since there is a limitation of traditional program, so, like take for example, if we have a digital doctor, like in hospital, there is a software and there is a digital doctor. So that software, it tells what are the diseases or what are the details of the diseases and how the diseases, what are the medications for the diseases. Okay, and even for X-ray images, or it could be so much of data reports. Yes, for each person's report there can be so much details about it for each person. Okay, like blood report and so much of report can be there. And since the human body is very complex, so that's why the diseases also so many new appear, and it is also very complex. Also, symptoms also vary. There can be many symptoms of so much different diseases. So that's why there are so many thousands of rules now, thousands of rules and thousands of images, thousands of instructions. How to, it will take so much of time. It will take so much of manpower and human power to write explicit instructions to the machines to manage these complex things. Okay, for so much complex rules are there in the detecting the diseases and medications and all. So for that, it is traditional programming will fail it, and we have to write so much of data, so much of instructions also. So that's where AI has come. In AI, what we do not write every rule. We do not write every rule. Okay. Instead, we give lots of data and we let the system find patterns. So we will give some such type of algorithm we will create in such a manner that by the data it will learn patterns. It will find the different patterns, and then it will give the output by itself. So we don't have to explicitly write the instructions, but automatically AI will actually find the patterns and it will give the output. So that is what is the difference between traditional programming and the AI. Okay. Yes. So now the how the AI learns from the data, two ways. What are the two ways? Machine learning and the deep learning. So machine learning is a method of artificial intelligence where machines learn patterns from the data and improve their performance without being explicitly programmed. Okay, that is what machine learning is. And it focuses on developing algorithms that allows computers to learn from the data and past experience. This term machine learning was first introduced by Arthur Samuel in 1959. Okay, and it is a subset of artificial intelligence, and deep learning is a subset of machine learning. Okay, so that is what. Okay, so that is what machine learning is. It can learn from large amounts of data and improve their performance over time when they are receive more and more better training data. That's why data has to be proper. Initially, when we are training our machine learning models, whatever we are building it, our data has to be proper. Okay, experience, whatever we are putting, no, that experience should be proper. If experience is bad, then our outcome will also be bad. Okay, so that's why machine learning system learns from data and gets better with practice. Okay, many use cases of machine learnings are there. Email spam detection, Netflix recommendations, which you are seeing every day, YouTube recommendations also, there also machine learning is used. Okay, so its system observes what you watch, how many times you have clicked that video, and what is your interest, and in your area what is the interest in your area. So like for example, if the person is living in Andhra Pradesh, or a person is living in America, or if person is living somewhere else, so based on the locality also, which movie or which video is getting popular, or based on your past experience, so based on your past clicks, which clicks you have done, or on which videos you have clicked, so based on that also it will recommend you appropriately. Okay, so YouTube and Netflix recommendation, that also are the examples of the machine learning. Similarly, we have weather prediction. So based on the different factors which will affect the weather, it will be sunny or it will be rainy or it will be cold or it could be some other weather. So it will give the prediction based on the data we have. So it can be the wind speed and how much moisture is there in the air. Okay, and what is the past data? So in the April month before last year, April month, what happened? This April year, what will happen? And what will happen? And what is the current weather conditions? So based on this different factors, the machine learning model will predict. Okay, so now I think there is 75% chance that there will be rain, or there is 50% chance that it will be rain, or there is 40% chance that from next week onwards there will be cold, something like that. Okay, so this weather prediction is also an example of machine learning. Because it is learning from the past data, past year's data. Similarly, for robot learning to walk, so that is also collecting the so much of balanced data. So much of data we are storing, and then based on that, the robot learns to walk properly. And deep learning is what? Deep learning is more advanced type of machine learning. Okay, and the machine learning, it uses some techniques. And what is a technique in machine learning? Machine learning uses statistical techniques. Machine learning uses some statistical techniques, some mathematical models are there in machine learning. But deep learning also, they are using something called artificial neural network. Okay, which is very much inspired from human brain. Just initially I explained, no, how the human brain is working, uh, uh, our forebrain and how the human brain is working. So based on that, the artificial neural networks are created. So machine learning, it will learn data with some human guidance. And deep learning is what? Learn complex patterns automatically like the human brain. Okay. So machine learning, it will learn from the data without being explicitly programmed. Okay. But deep learning, usually it will learn the data which is very complex patterns. Okay. Like say, for example, we are having some image data or speech data. Okay. So there what will happen? We have to use deep learning. Machine learning cannot handle that. Okay. Machine learning cannot handle the images much. Images and speech it cannot handle. So that's why deep learning uses neural networks, artificial neural networks, through which recognition of the images and speech happens. And machine learning, what does it use? Machine learning uses statistical techniques for prediction. And deep learning uses artificial neural network for predictions. Okay, so that is what is the difference between machine learning and the deep learning. And there are so many examples of machine learning: image recognition, speech recognition, then face recognition, and like that. So many such type of recognitions are done by the deep learning algorithms. So voice assistants or even phone-based unlock system, through the neural networks only it is possible. Complex facial patterns, so that detecting that it will understand. Okay. So in this session, I just covered what is the artificial intelligence, what is the function of human intelligence, okay, and how the scientists, they have tried to mimic, how they have tried to mimic the human intelligence, how they have done the mimicry of human intelligence. What are the three steps? Anyone can repeat? Anyone can tell? Rakshita or Brahmansh? Can anyone tell me what are the three steps or the working of AI? Anyone? Okay, no issues. Okay, fine. So with this, I explained machine learning, the difference between machine learning and deep learning, and what machine learning does actually. Okay, so it's a way, it's a method, because how just a human, like a human child, how he learns from the experiences. Okay, there can be different ways to learn from the data. So it can be from the it there can be person, there can be like father or parents, they can guide the child to ride the bicycle, or the child can learn from others also. When the child sees others riding a bicycle, so he will learn from seeing also, and then he can learn from the trial and error process. So he will try and error. He will fall. So in this way, he will learn from different methods. Similarly, the machines also, they learn from different methods. What are they? Machine learning and deep learning. In machine learning, we have supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning, semi-supervised learning, like that. So there are different techniques. In deep learning also, there are different techniques for different usages. For speech recognition, we will use something else. For image recognition, we will use convolutional neural network. Okay, then we will for text based data, we will use some sequential data if we have. Then we will use long short-term memory. Okay, then we have gated recurrent network. Okay, sorry, gated recurrent unit, like that. So many such algorithms we will use in deep learning for many different use cases, and it will learn from the past data. So next class, we will get into the deep classification of machine learning. We will see much more in deep what is supervised learning, what is unsupervised learning, and what is reinforcement. And also we will see machine learning life cycle. Okay, so that there is a whole life cycle actually through which how the machine it learns from the data. There is whole life cycle is there. First of all, collecting, then afterwards pre-processing, then important features we have to put, then we have to scale the feature, then we have to split the data so that the model is properly being trained. Then we have to evaluate the model, whether the model predictions are proper or not. We have to do proper evaluation. And if model is actually predicting properly, then afterwards we will do model deployment. So we will deploy the model. We will publish our model into different uh, interfaces, different interfaces. It could be websites, it could be mobile application. Okay, so there can be many such interfaces where we can deploy our model. AWS, Amazon Web Services, many such methods are there through which we can deploy our model. Okay, so we will deeply see in the next class.
Yeah. Right. So, Chaitanya, can you show the contact page till that time?
Yes.
So, if anyone want to learn from scratch or any of your
Yeah,
relatives.
anyone wants to learn from scratch, then they can contact us. Yeah. So this is the contact details.
So, regarding AI, Chaitanya has covered many points. Apart from that, some limitations are there of AI actually. Like, although it's mimicking the human intelligence, but it can't mimic everything. Like the originality of the humans are there in. So everything are whatever is the industrial requirement that can be automatized or artificial intelligence can mimic it and help in many ways to remove the manual work. And some people ask the question like, will the AI eat up all the jobs and all? So that is not the case. The only the manual works will be taken over by the AI, and the original work and the quality work which the people have, like the a doctor have a quality talented skills, and the trainer have a quality skills to understand the students' concern or to do what to say a cognizant to understand the emotions of the student and guide accordingly. That is not mimicked by the AI. It is just experience based learning. AI is mimicked. So apart from experience, we see many things for predict whether a person is living nearby the sea can predict the things if that person is skilled and learning from many eras then or many years staying in the same location, then they can predict much better than the machines we are seeing that. So there are some limitation like it is dependent on data. If it is good data, then only AI's output depends on data quality only. So second is a lack of human intuition. So machine can't replicate the feelings. Like AI is struggling with complex decision making also. So third is like context struggle. It's like sarcasm, humor, cultural science, like that. So AI often misinterpret human subtleties. Then emotional disconnect. AI lack the empathy and emotions, and chatbots can't replace human support. That is there. Then creativity constraints, like AI generates but doesn't innovate, or pattern based output versus true originality. There is a difference. Then bias and ethics. So AI is biased for biased hiring algorithms, right? So AI reflects training data biases. Then there are explainability issues also there, like black box problems. So understanding AI decisions can be tough, right? So there are like this kind of limitations are also there, in which humans, quality humans, which have their skills, quality skills, they are irreplaceable, and they are going to handle AI also. But those who are doing manual works and repeated work only, those jobs might be, those jobs are currently replacing also. So that is the thing, right? So any questions are there or any concerns are there? So guys, if you will be interactive, don't worry that your questions are this or that. Don't worry, but it will be help us to identify our audience, and if you will maintain the continuity, then we can help you to build the complete series. Yeah. So please add up anything like how was the class, how is your experience today, and what area you want to grow up in more. Yes, guys, one by one, please explain. Take the volunteer and speak. Anshu, Rakshita, anyone want to add? Bharadwaj, Brahmans. Okay, right, guys. So we are running out of time. If you have any question, you can message us in the community. So thank you everyone for joining. We'll conclude here. Thank you, Chaitanya, for
Yeah,
very
thank you so much.
interactive and very clear explanation. It's rarely found such a quality. Thank you.